next, the final contest at Grand Prix France. Patrick Chan and the men go to center ice.
What's left for me is to win the Olympic gold medal and give a performance of my life.
We're certainly looking forward to our next and final event from Paris, this men's free skate featuring Canada's three-time world champion Patrick Chan. Well, Brenda Irving here with Kurt Browning and Carol Lane. And the men's competition, always a toughie. Lots of competition, especially in this one. We have the three-time world champion Patrick Chan. And Kurt and Carol, what are you expecting from him today? What do you want to see?
What do I want to see? I want to see that Patrick's jumps are on target. The triple axel is not always in his back pocket, but so I want to see that. And I want to see him doing what he wants from himself, like his expectations, so that his path to Sochi is smooth.
Yes, I agree, Kurt. And I think the thing with Patrick is if his jumps are on, then everything else in the program just looks incredible.
It shines.
That's right.
Well, obviously for Patrick, he wants that Olympic gold medal in Sochi. And he spoke a lot to us about what happened in the 2010 Olympic Games kind of fueled his passion, his desire to stay on for another 4 years.
Patrick Chan has to be perfect.
Before Vancouver, I was injured. I had lost all my training time. I was not prepared. I was young, and I hadn't had any experience at the level of the Olympics.
This was supposed to be his time. Patrick Chan could not rise up. He's got them out of their seats in Moscow.
What an amazing skate.
That was unbelievable.
Every year, every world championship that I won, it was a different experience. I've won the world championships, I've won every Grand Prix. What's left for me is to win the Olympic gold medal. We'll never have a home Olympics in our lives again. And so there needs to be some closure, and the only way I can have closure is to go back to the Olympics and give a performance of my life.
And let's take a look back at that short program from yesterday in Paris, where Patrick set a new world record score, and he kept his record-breaking short program from last season.
There are moments in the program where you have to be a skater to appreciate how good he is. Be winding up for his quadruple toe loop combination here, weaving back and forth, three crossovers at max. And that, ladies and gentlemen,
is why he's world champion. He's just got that ability to make everything he does full. He fills every movement, he inhabits every space on the ice.
That was the triple axel, and that will be the moment in Sochi where, not the quad, where Canada should hold their breath.
That's
And
right.
he has momentum with the jump. He's landing it more this year than any other year past. And yet, for me,
That's the question mark.
when we get past that moment, I'll be breathing again.
Me too.
And Patrick sets a very high standard for himself. You saw or heard in the interview beforehand where he wants the skate of his life. He's won everything. He's done everything he can do in the sport except for that Olympic medal. And I think from the past, people who have won it, they have set those high goals.
In the end, there's nobody to challenge but yourself, is there? majestic.
And that gives him a world record score in the short program, a 3-point lead over Yuzuru Hanyu of Japan. Well, Patrick Chan would love to keep that world record pace going. Can he do it? The answer is coming up later on CBC Sports Weekend, Road to the Olympics. Well, there's the 3-time world champion Patrick Chan waiting for his turn to skate in Paris. Of course, an Olympic title is the ultimate goal, but France is an important stop on his journey to Sochi. Find out if Patrick Chan can win a second title here when we return to Paris.
Season had he not made the Grand Prix final here.
Sur la glace, représentant le Canada. On the ice, representing Canada, Patrick Chan.
And here is the 3-time world champion, and Patrick's quads were working in his first event of the season, Skate Canada. The only thing that wasn't working, though, in the free was his triple axel. And the 22-year-old wants to own that jump in his run-up to the Olympic Games. For Patrick to qualify for the Grand Prix final, he has to finish 4th or better.
And I'll set everybody up here, and then I'll just walk away. His first jump will be quad toe planned with a triple. Second jump, quad toe. Third jump, that dreaded triple axel. Enjoy, everyone. We'll see you at the other end.
back-to-back lights-out skates by the three-time world champion. Wasn't that lovely?
Well, one of my favorite people, favorite skaters, skating to some of my favorite music. It was lovely. Yes.
Doesn't get much better than that, does it, really?
There's a look at Megan DeHamel, Eric Bradford. They've just witnessed a special skate by the 22-year-old from Toronto. His coach, Christy Crawl, at the boards.
Almost, it's Kathy.
Sorry, Kathy Johnson, sorry. That's his old coach.
Well, let's take a look back now that I've caught my breath. And just when you think that the young man maybe has topped out on his potential, technically, maybe he has, as far as airborne time. I know he's been playing around with quadruple Salchow. It's not going to be in the program for Sochi. But what I'm seeing here is somebody who is so at home with where they are in their life right now, even under the scrutiny of the expectations that he and his country both have for him. And you look at the quad, so much extra time in the air, and he knows exactly what he's doing, if he needs to torque it more, if he needs to open up sooner. So strong. But this music suits the churning energy that is his skating. And it's a program he's had before. And I'm glad not this choreography, it's music he's used before.
Yes, and I think the big rink too makes a difference to Patrick. He likes space. He likes room to expand and really move. And I think, you know, this rink is a great size. It's wide, big corners, and that really helps him a lot.
Well, how many times have we seen him in the past get in trouble?
Yeah.
Getting too close to the edge.
And how does this rink compare with the one he's going to be skating in Sochi?
Should be about the same.
Yep.
And Kathy Johnson, a movement coach, a dance coach, not a professional figure skating coach by trade. A lot of people wondered if that was the right decision for him to make the switch and move from Christy Crawl to Kathy Johnson.
Well, you have to remember that Christy helped make that decision as well. She decided to that for whatever reason that wasn't her place anymore, and so I personally competed with an ice dance coach, not a single skaters coach. So we all have to forge our own paths.
Hi Tess, hi Stan, hi Laj, hi everyone else at the SC.
He's referencing Laj Balde, his teammate.
These are going to be
partner.
monsters. Sorry, Kurt, monster scores.
Yeah, set back in your seat, everybody.
Oh my, look at that. 196.75. That is a new world record score for the free program. The total score also erases his 2011 total world record score.
And what do we get? A sheepish grin.
What a weekend of skating. Back-to-back excellence from Patrick Chan. And you know, we say he walked away with the title. Well, he did. Look at 32 points.
He skated away with it.
32 points separating first and second place, and then Jason Brown sitting in third place. A milestone for him. Now let's hear from Patrick himself.
It's all about maintaining. In order to do that is by going home, you know, enjoying the successes along the way, but also reflecting on what I did here to be able to perform amazingly these two amazing programs, and study and reflect on what I thought mentally and what I did physically to prepare so well.
Kurt, what advice do you have for Patrick?
Advice? What comes to mind? Well, we have a private bet on double axel, a simple jump that he sometimes misses in his long program. My advice is don't miss that. But referencing the axel, to give advice, you have to find something wrong with what they're doing first. And axel would be the only possible problem, and I would say don't make it a big thing. What you're doing now seems to be working. If you put so much attention on it, it might become a bigger problem. Just stay the course, Patrick.
So we got a few more pieces to the puzzle as far as who's going to the Grand Prix in Japan in December. We see Chan, Hanyu, Yan, and Daisuke Takahashi. Unbeatable right now.
He does, and I hope that he continues to enjoy this journey towards Sochi. He deserves it. He's worked really, really hard and brought a lot to the sport and to Canadian fans especially.
Well, all in all, a great weekend for Canada. 3 medals for Canada at the Grand Prix of France. Mission accomplished, really, for the Canadians today and all week long. Now let's head back to Scott Russell at Sports Weekend Control.